They don't just trip and fall, they lose their independence. If you're over 60, one of these 8 everyday mistakes could be putting you in danger. Doctors around the world are raising alarms, not just about falls, but about why they're happening so often. What if I told you that most older women who lose balance didn't see it coming and could have prevented it with a few simple changes? In this video, you'll discover 8 common balance mistakes that 99% of older women make, and more importantly, how to avoid them. But don't just stay for the tips. Stay because what you learn today might be the reason you stay independent tomorrow. The first mistake: skipping strength training. You may not feel it yet, but your muscles are quietly shrinking with every passing year. And it's one of the biggest reasons why older women start to lose balance. This isn't about body size or weight. It's about muscle strength, especially in your legs, hips, and core. Without that strength, your body has a harder time staying steady when you walk, stand, or even shift your weight. Doctors call it sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle mass that begins around age 30 and speeds up after 60. And here's the kicker: if you're not actively working to keep your muscles strong, you're losing them. That means weaker knees, unstable ankles, and that scary feeling of almost falling when you bend or reach for something. Think about something simple, like getting up from a low couch. Does it feel harder than it used to? Do your legs feel shaky when you climb stairs? That's not just aging. That's your body warning you that your strength is fading. The good news? You don't need a gym. You don't need heavy weights. What you need is consistency. Try this: seated leg lifts while watching TV, standing calf raises while brushing your teeth, gentle chair squats a few times a day. Even 5 to 10 minutes of bodyweight exercises 3 times a week can start to rebuild what's been lost. And that added strength gives your body the tools it needs to react, to catch itself when you stumble. Skipping strength training isn't just a missed fitness goal, it's a balance risk. But the moment you start, you take that power back, one slow, steady rep at a time. The second mistake: wearing the wrong shoes. You might think your shoes are just a comfort choice, but for older women, they're often the silent reason behind slips, stumbles, and serious falls. Here's what doctors are seeing: shoes that look soft and cozy on the outside are sometimes the most dangerous. Slippers with no grip, flats with no support, old sneakers with worn-out soles, even sandals that slide around your feet when you walk. They all make it harder for your feet to stay connected to the ground. And when your feet aren't stable, your balance suffers. One unexpected shift, on the stairs, on a rug, or even in the kitchen, can throw your whole body off. Let me ask you this: when was the last time you looked at the bottom of your shoes? Are the treads still there? Do they grip when you walk? Or do they slide a little? Do your heels wobble when you stand? The right shoes can make a world of difference. Here's what to look for: non-slip rubber soles for traction, especially on hardwood or tile. A firm heel cup that keeps your ankles stable. A wide toe box that lets your toes spread naturally for better balance. Laces or Velcro that keep the shoe snug without being tight. And if you're someone who goes barefoot around the house thinking it's safer, think again. Bare feet might feel more connected, but they offer zero protection if you step on something slippery or uneven. So swap out the flimsy flats or floppy slippers. Think of your shoes as part of your health, not just your outfit. The ground is solid, your shoes should be too. The third mistake: multitasking while moving. It sounds harmless, doesn't it? Carrying the laundry while talking on the phone, walking through the house while scrolling through messages, cleaning the kitchen while thinking about tomorrow's schedule. For younger people, multitasking feels like second nature, but for older adults, especially women over 60, it can become one of the sneakiest dangers to your balance. Here's why. As we age, our brains naturally take longer to switch between tasks. That's not a flaw. It's just biology. The wiring slows down a little, which means when you're doing two things at once, especially when one involves movement, your body might lag behind your brain. And that lag? That's where the fall happens. Imagine this. You're walking from the bedroom to the living room with a cup of tea in one hand and your phone in the other. A corner of a rug is slightly flipped up. You don't see it because you're checking your phone. Your foot catches. The tea spills. You twist to save the cup. And suddenly, you're on the floor. 1 second of distraction, and now you've got bruised ribs, or worse. Doctors actually have a name for this: dual task interference. It's when two simple tasks, like walking and talking, suddenly become risky when done together. The brain prioritizes one, and the other suffers. When the suffered task is balance, that's when injuries occur. So what's the solution? Mindful movement. It's not about being slow, it's about being intentional. When you're moving, focus on moving. When you're carrying something, give it your full attention. If you need to answer the phone, stop walking for a moment. Pause. Handle the call. Then resume walking. It might feel silly at first, especially if you're used to juggling 3 things at once. But here's the truth. Multitasking isn't a badge of honor. Not if it leads to a fall. You're not in a rush to impress anyone. You're protecting your body, your health, your freedom. And it doesn't mean you have to be stiff or anxious. It just means retraining your habits to give your movements the space they deserve. With mindful movement, every step becomes safer. You stay more aware, more connected to your surroundings, and less likely to get caught off guard. One more tip? Practice small balance moments during the day when you're not distracted, like standing on one leg while waiting for the microwave, or doing a slow turn in place without holding on. These build your stability, so when life does get distracting, your body is better prepared. So the next time you catch yourself trying to do 2 things at once while walking, stop and smile. Then focus. Because keeping your balance is more valuable than answering any phone call or carrying that extra item. You've got time, and your safety is worth every second. The 4th mistake: overlooking the side effects of medications. What if the pills you take every day to stay healthy are quietly throwing off your balance? For millions of older women, that's exactly what's happening, and they don't even realize it. Certain medications, especially when taken together, can mess with your coordination, cause dizziness, and even make your blood pressure drop suddenly when you stand up. That's a recipe for falls. Let's break it down. As your body ages, it processes medications differently. Your liver and kidneys might not clear drugs as quickly as they used to. That means the effects can last longer and build up over time. What used to be a mild side effect when you were 50 could hit harder at 70. Now, think about this. How many medications do you take daily? 2? 5? Maybe more? Each one might seem harmless alone, but when mixed, they can interact in ways that leave you lightheaded, groggy, or unstable. Some of the biggest balance offenders include blood pressure medications, especially those that lower it too quickly; diuretics, which can cause dehydration and dizziness; sleep aids and tranquilizers, which dull the senses and slow reflexes; pain medications, especially opioids, which affect the nervous system; antidepressants or anti-anxiety drugs, which can cause unsteadiness. Here's the tricky part. Most of these side effects don't shout. They whisper. You might brush off a moment of dizziness as, "I got up too fast." You might blame your blurry vision on dry eyes or lighting. You might feel foggy and tired and chalk it up to a bad night's sleep. But these are all subtle signs your medication might be affecting your balance. So what can you do? Step 1. Make a complete medication list. Not just prescriptions. Include over-the-counter meds, herbal supplements, and vitamins. everything. Step 2. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist. Don't wait for them to bring it up. Ask directly, are any of these making me feel dizzy or affecting my balance? They may be able to adjust the dosage, switch medications, or even eliminate one that's no longer necessary. Step 3. Be honest about what you're feeling. Don't downplay symptoms. Say things like, sometimes I feel lightheaded after taking this. I nearly lost my balance getting out of bed last week. I've been feeling more off lately. Not myself. Your body gives you clues. You just have to listen. And here's one more tip. Never stop or change medications on your own. That can be even more dangerous. Always consult a medical professional first. The truth is, your medications are supposed to help you feel better, not put you at risk. But as your body changes, your prescriptions may need to change too. Taking control of your medication is not about being paranoid. It's about being empowered. When you know what's going into your body and how it affects your balance, you can make smarter choices. Choices that keep you steady, strong, and on your feet, right where you belong. The 5th mistake, living with poor lighting at home. You know your home like the back of your hand, right? You've walked through those rooms 1,000 times. But here's the surprising truth. Even the most familiar spaces can become dangerous when lighting is poor. And unfortunately, many older women don't realize just how risky dim lighting can be until after a fall. Here's what happens. As we age, our eyes naturally need more light to see clearly. The lens in the eye thickens, our pupils shrink, and contrast sensitivity fades. That means shadows become harder to judge, small steps can seem flat, and low light can completely mask obstacles like cords, shoes, or rug corners. And when your vision is off, your balance follows. Think about it. Have you ever felt unsure walking to the bathroom at night? Missed the last step going downstairs because you couldn't see it well? Tripped over something small in the hallway that you didn't notice? It's not clumsiness. It's lighting. Poor lighting is one of the most overlooked causes of falls in the home, and the fix is shockingly simple. You don't need to renovate your house. You just need to brighten the path. Here's a quick lighting checklist every older adult should review. Night lights in every hallway, bathroom, and bedroom. Plug-in LED nightlights are cheap, automatic, and reliable. Motion sensor lights near beds, stairs, or bathrooms so you never walk in the dark. Task lighting in the kitchen and bathroom to reduce shadows on counters and floors. Switches placed near entrances so you're never tempted to cross a dark room. Bright daylight bulbs in lamps and ceiling fixtures. Soft yellow bulbs are cozy, but they aren't great for visibility. Also, take a walk through your home at night and ask yourself, can I see everything clearly? Are there dark corners or glare? Are my light switches easy to reach? Don't forget about outdoor lighting either. Front steps, porches, and paths should all be illuminated with solar lights or motion-detecting floodlights. Falls don't only happen inside. And if you wear glasses, remember this. Dirty or scratched lenses can make bad lighting even worse. Keep them clean and up to date. And ask your eye doctor if anti-glare coating could help improve nighttime visibility. Some women think that turning on more lights is wasteful or unnecessary. But here's the thing. Hospital bills, broken bones, and lost confidence are far more expensive than a few extra watts of electricity. Light gives you clarity, control, and confidence. It's like turning on a safety net for your eyes and feet. So brighten up your space, because a well-lit path is a safer path. And you deserve to walk through your home with peace of mind, day or night. The 6th mistake, skipping regular eye exams. You might think balance is just about your legs and muscles, but your eyes play a much bigger role than most people realize. In fact, your vision is one of the key systems your brain uses to keep you upright and steady. When your sight is off, even just a little, your balance starts to suffer. The danger? It happens so gradually that you barely notice, until you stumble. Here's the truth. After age 60, changes in vision speed up. Common conditions like cataracts, glaucoma, or age-related macular degeneration can sneak up slowly, and one of the first signs is trouble judging depth or distance. Ever felt unsure stepping off a curb? Or hesitated walking downstairs, even when the steps looked clear? That hesitation is your brain saying, "I'm not sure what I'm seeing." And that delay can cause a misstep, a trip, or a fall. Even changes in your glasses prescription, if left uncorrected, can throw off how your brain interprets your surroundings. And if you're wearing old bifocals or progressive lenses, they might actually make it harder to see where your feet are, especially when looking down. Doctors often say, where the eyes go, the body follows. If your eyes misjudge a step, your feet will too. So what can you do? First, schedule an eye exam every 12 months. Not just a quick vision check at the pharmacy, a full eye exam with an optometrist or ophthalmologist. Tell them if you've had any recent near falls. You feel more unsure walking outdoors. You see halos, glare, or blurred edges at night. Your eyes feel strained or tired more easily. Second, check your prescription. Are your glasses up to date? Do you have a separate pair just for walking, driving, or reading? Sometimes, having the right pair for the right task makes all the difference. Third, ask about contrast sensitivity. This is your ability to tell objects apart when the lighting isn't perfect, like a beige step on a beige floor. Poor contrast vision increases fall risk. If yours is low, ask if tinted lenses or brighter lighting can help. Also, don't forget to clean your lenses regularly. You'd be surprised how many people walk around with smudged glasses thinking it's just their eyes. Here's one more important tip. Don't walk in the dark without glasses if you need them. A short trip to the bathroom in the middle of the night can turn into a serious accident if you're visually disoriented. And if you ever feel like your depth perception is off, like objects seem closer or farther than they are, bring it up right away. That's not something to ignore. Your eyes are your body's GPS. When the signal is clear, you move confidently. When the signal is weak, even a familiar hallway becomes risky. So don't overlook your vision. Seeing clearly isn't just about reading or driving. It's about walking safely, staying independent, and living life with confidence. A simple eye check could be the difference between a safe step forward and a dangerous fall. The seventh mistake, not practicing balance intentionally. Here's something most people don't realize. Balance isn't something you either have or don't have. It's a skill. Just like brushing your teeth or cooking a meal, balance is something you learn, train, and maintain. And when you stop practicing it, you start to lose it. Unfortunately, many older women stop doing the activities that naturally challenge their balance. They might stop dancing, walking outdoors, or playing with grandkids because they don't feel steady anymore. But the truth is, avoiding those activities only makes the problem worse. It becomes a slow, quiet cycle. Less movement equals weaker balance, equals more fear, equals even less movement. Think about this. When was the last time you tried standing on one foot, or turning around without holding on to something? If you can't remember, your balance is probably declining, even if you haven't fallen yet. The good news? You can train your balance starting today, at home without fancy equipment. Here are 3 simple balance exercises you can do in less than 5 minutes a day. 1. Heel-to-toe walk. Pretend you're walking on a tightrope. Place one foot directly in front of the other, heel touching toe. Try it across the room. Use a wall or countertop for support at first if needed. 2. Single leg stand. Hold onto the back of a chair. Lift one foot slightly off the ground and hold for 10 seconds. Then switch legs. As you improve, try doing it without holding on. 3. Clock reach. Stand on one leg and pretend your lifted foot is pointing to the numbers on a clock. Reach it forward to 12 palom, then sideways to 3 or 9, and back to 6. It gently challenges your stability from different angles. Even just 2 rounds of these exercises each day can improve your balance over time. You can also build balance into your everyday routine. Stand on one leg while brushing your teeth. Walk sideways along the hallway like a crab. This strengthens hips and improves coordination. Rise up on your toes while waiting for the kettle to boil. Sit on a stability ball instead of a chair while watching TV to activate your core. Here's the key. Make it fun and consistent. Just like you wouldn't skip brushing your teeth, don't skip giving your balance a few minutes of attention each day. And remember, don't compare your balance now to when you were 20. That's not the point. The goal is to stay strong and steady enough to live life your way. Walking through the grocery store without fear, going for strolls with friends, reaching for a book on a shelf without grabbing the wall. Balance is confidence. Balance is independence. And it's not too late to get it back. One final thought. If you ever feel unsteady or unsure, start small. Even holding onto the counter while you shift your weight side to side counts. The more you move, the more your body remembers how. So don't let your balance fade quietly. Keep it sharp. Keep it alive. Just 5 focused minutes a day could be the difference between falling behind and stepping forward with strength. The 8th mistake, ignoring the fear of falling. Now this one is different. It's not physical. It's not something you can see or touch, but it may be the most powerful force affecting your balance. Fear. Specifically, the fear of falling. You might be thinking, isn't being cautious a good thing? Yes, until that caution turns into avoidance, anxiety, and hesitation. And that's exactly what happens for many older women. After a near fall, or hearing about a friend who broke her hip, the mind starts playing tricks. You start to second-guess yourself. You walk slower. You stop going on certain paths. You hold on to walls or furniture more. You stop doing the things that once felt easy. But here's the problem. The more you fear falling, the more likely you are to fall. Studies show that older adults who develop a fear of falling are nearly 50% more likely to actually experience a fall, even if they've never fallen before. Why? Because fear changes the way you move. It stiffens your body. It shortens your stride. It messes with your timing and reaction time. And it stops you from doing the very things that keep your body strong and steady. Let me ask you, have you avoided a staircase lately? Skipped a walk in the park? Declined an invitation to go out because you felt wobbly? That's fear whispering in your ear. And if you don't address it, that whisper becomes a wall. But there's hope. You can break the fear-fall cycle. Here's how. Acknowledge the fear. Don't be ashamed of it. Say it out loud. Write it down. I'm afraid of falling when I walk outside. Naming the fear gives you power over it. Start with small, safe victories. Take a walk down the hallway without holding on. Step up and down a single stair while holding a rail. Go outside with a friend or neighbor the first few times. Little wins build confidence. Join a balance class or gentle movement group. Programs like Tai Chi, yoga for seniors, or balance-specific classes can rebuild both your physical and mental strength. And doing it with others reminds you, you're not alone in this. Use mobility aids with pride, not shame. A cane or walker is not a sign of weakness. It's a tool, a bridge, to keep you moving until your body rebuilds the strength to go without it. Talk to someone, whether it's a physical therapist, a doctor, or a family member. Sharing your fear lightens its weight, and often they can offer solutions you hadn't considered. Most importantly, don't let fear take away your freedom. A fall is not a life sentence, and the fear of one doesn't have to control you. You've overcome so many things in life. You've raised families, faced hardships, made tough decisions. Don't let the fear of falling be the thing that holds you back now. You have the strength to stand tall again, even if it starts with just one confident step. And remember, the safest person isn't the one who never moves. It's the one who learns how to move smartly, steadily, and with growing trust in their own body again. Face the fear. Step through it. Your freedom is waiting on the other side. So now you know, it is not just about age, it's about awareness. These 8 mistakes may seem small, even harmless, but they're silently stealing balance from millions of older women every single day. The truth is, balance isn't something you lose overnight. It fades with every skipped stretch, every dim hallway, every moment of hesitation. But now, you don't have to be part of that 99%. You have the knowledge, you have the tools, and most importantly, you have the choice. You're stronger than you think. Whether it's changing your shoes, turning on a nightlight, or simply standing tall and taking a deep breath, every little habit matters. Don't wait for a fall to realize how precious your independence is. Protect it now, one step at a time. And hey, if this video helped you, imagine what the next one could do. Hit that subscribe button and join us, because we're just getting started.